Hello defense aspirants, welcome you all to Garu Defense Training Academy, Velur, Tamil Nadu. A great news. The Indian Navy invites applications for short service commission officers for various entries for June 2021. So they have released a notification in which they have told that there is no examination called INET, that is Indian Navy Entrance Test. There will be a direct SSB this time. So when you look at this notification, so this was been released on 18th December. The event goes like this. The release of application date was on 18th December 2020. And the last date for the filling of application is 31st December 2020. So all the candidates, those who are interested, can go and fill up the form. And here, the date of examination, there is no examination at all. So this year INET exam will not be conducted. So directly SSB will be conducted based on the shortlisting. Who all can apply? So candidates who have graduated or in the final year with a minimum of 60% of mark from an aggregate of a recognized university can go and apply for this application. So let us see about the education qualification. And there are three posts, that is executive branch, technical branch and educational branch. For executive branch, the education qualification goes like this: BE, BTech, MBA, BSc, BCom, BSc in IT, MCA, MSc in IT, minimum of 60% of mark, and also candidate must have 60% aggregate mark in class 10 and class 12. Moreover, candidates must have secured 60% of mark in English in class 10 and 12. For technical branch, BE and BTech with minimum 60% is enough. For educational branch, MSc, MA, BE or BTech with a minimum of 60% is required. And also candidates applying for this education entry must have scored a minimum of 60% in class 10 and 12 as well as in English. Let us see the age limits. Those candidates who were born between 2nd July 1996 to 1st January 2002 can easily go and apply for this. And it is applicable for all the technical, executive and educational branch. Except in executive branch, there are two entries, that is SSC Pilot and SSC Observer. So for that, the age requirements are from 2nd July 1997 to 1st July 2002. Let us see about the INET 2021 selection process. The INET application is open now. So those candidates, those who are interested, can go and fill up the application form and then wait for the shortlisting. The shortlisting of application will be based on the preference of the entries and normalized mark obtained by candidates in the qualifying degree. Next comes the SSB interview. Overall 8,300 candidates will be called up, those who are shortlisted for SSB interview, and then SSB interview will be conducted from February 2021 onwards. So here SSB interview goes on two stages. So one is screening. Those who are screened in will be getting to second stage, and stage 1 and 2, if you clear it, then you will be called up for medical. So candidates recommended for SSB are required to undergo a medical examination, and candidates for pilot entry are required to undergo PABT test, that is Pilot Aptitude Battery Test. This is followed by aviation medical examination, and then comes the merit list and appointment letter. The merit list is prepared based on the combined marks of SSB and medical, and here candidates recommended by the SSB and declared medically fit will be appointed for training, and the training will be taking place at Ezhimala, Kerala, Indian Naval Academy. For SSB interview online classes, a new batch is starting from 10th January onwards, so you can book it. So admission for SSB interview for all Army, Navy and Air Force. Air Force they called us AFSB, Air Force Selection Board. For all the three entries, Army, Navy, Air Force, we are giving training on SSB interview. So it is fully on online classes. So it begins from January 10th onwards. So for any further details, you can ask us anytime. So regarding this educational qualification in detail, many people are asking me prolonged that what is the educational qualification. Okay, I'm getting a frequent ringing of bell. So let us see over here the educational qualification in detail. The branches like this are executive branch. In executive branch, there are many openings like SSC General Service. Here BE, BTech with a minimum of 60% is enough. And if you go for SSC Naval, Armament, Inspectorate, Cadre, so here you get BE, BTech with minimum 60% of mark in mechanical, mechanical with automation, electrical, electrical and electronics, electronics, microelectronics, instrumentation, electronics and communication, electronics and telecommunication. Just see all your branches. And also it is required that the candidate must have 60% of aggregate mark in class 10 and class 12. And also in English, they should have secured 60% in class 10 and class 12. And then comes SSC Observer. So BE or BTech in any discipline but with a minimum of 60% of mark. And also they should have secured in class 10 and 12 with 60% of aggregate mark, and also English they should have secured 60% of mark in class 10 and 12. And SSC pilots have the same thing over here, but for SSC pilot and SSC observer, the date, that is the bond date, are different. Just check in the previous slide which I have explained. And if you go for SSC logistic, there's a B and B Tech in any discipline with first class. MBA, so B schoolings with first class is also allowed, and BSc or BCom or BSc IT with first class with PG diploma in finance, logistics, supply chain management or material management is required, and MCA, MSc IT with first class is also applicable. And then comes SSC 10 IT, and here it's a BE BTech with minimum 60% of mark in computer science, computer engineering, IT, MSc computers. So MCA, MTech in computer science. We go for technical branches, SSC engineering branch, here BE BTech with a minimum of 60% mark with a mechanical and automation, marine instrumentation, production, aeronautical, industrial engineering and management, control engineering, aerospace, automobile, metallurgy, mechatronics, instrumentation and control. And then comes SSC electrical branch. It's a general service branch where here BE BTech with a minimum of 60% mark in streams like electrical, electronics, telecommunication, electronic and communication, power engineering, power electronics, electronics and instrumentation, or applied electronics and instrumentation, instrumentation and control, instrumentation, applied electronics and communication. And then comes the educational branch. Here SSC education, and here first class in MSc maths or operational research with physics in BSc, and here first class in MSc with a physics or applied physics or nuclear physics with maths in BSc. Here first class in MSc chemistry, 55% in MA English, 55% in MA history, BE or BTech with a minimum 60% of mark. Here electronic and communication, electrical and electronics, electronics and instrumentation, or electronics and telecommunication, or electrical is applicable. And BE or BTech with minimum 60% of mark in mechanical engineering. BE or BTech with a minimum 60% of marks, computer science, information technology, so computer technology or information science system, computer engineering. So note that candidates applying for education entry must have scored minimum 60% of mark in class 10 and class 12, and also in English also they remains the same. In class 10 and class 12 they should have secured in English about minimum 60%. So for any further details you can anytime call up to these numbers, and this is our mail ID, YouTube channel, Telegram channel and Insta ID. So all the very best candidates, for any details you can call up us anytime. So thank you, bye, Jai Hind.